What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here with my picks, my choices for the NFL award winners. Who deserves to be honored as an NFL award winner for the 2020 NFL season? Remember, this is just the regular season. All of these awards are regular season awards. These are my choices for each award, as well as my explanation for who should win each award from the 2020 NFL season. Before I give you my NFL award winners, the Bottom Line View 2020 NFL award winners, make sure you do spike that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos just like this. Also, comment in the comment section below. Let me know who you would pick for each individual NFL honor for 2020. I want to hear from you guys who you pick for each award. Let's kick it off with the Comeback Player of the Year. There were a lot of great possibilities before the season, but then once I heard that Alex Smith was coming back, and actually legitimately not just coming back as a backup, like to help out, but be a starter, just hand him the award that week. Like, are you kidding me? Alex Smith came back to football and actually played and actually started and actually got a team to the playoffs? That is incredible. This guy had one of the ugliest injuries we've seen in a long time, and he was able to come back with the heart, the soul, the commitment to do so. And just that alone, Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith, no more words. My Defensive Rookie of the Year is Chase Young. I couldn't really find another guy that I could give this award to be honest with you. It wasn't a great year for defensive rookies or defense in general, to be quite honest with you. Chase Young didn't blow us away with his stats, but he did rank as the third best rookie defender since 2006 by PFF. He was a disruptive force in the run game, in the pass game, and a major reason, along with Alex Smith, why Washington was able to go on that incredible late season run to enable themselves to win that NFC East and ultimately get a playoff game, because Chase Young and his energy and his young vibrance as that top pick in the draft was able to carry this front seven, a great front seven, and he was that missing piece to take them over the top. Chase Young does deserve to be the Defensive Rookie of the Year, even if it wasn't a spectacular class in 2020. My Offensive Rookie of the Year is Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings had one of the best receiving seasons for a rookie of all time. He surpassed some great achievements from former awesome rookie receivers, even surpassing some Viking records in the process from Randy Moss. Justin Jefferson showed off why I thought he was my favorite receiver in the draft. His incredible cuts in and out of breaks with his route running. He's so smooth and crafty. He's quick and explosive, great hands, can play inside, outside. And I think the thing that not a lot of people thought or knew about was that explosiveness. He came on the scene and immediately just looked different. It was almost reminiscent of Odell Beckham Jr. in the way that he moved. I feel like Justin Jefferson's gonna be special, man. This guy just made so many big plays for the Vikings. They should continue to get this guy the football in his sophomore season, year number 2 in 2021. My overall Rookie of the Year, which, by the way, I don't know why they do Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Regardless, my Rookie of the Year is Justin Herbert. Justin's taken over 2020, taken over the NFL in this draft class. Justin Herbert stood out immediately. He took over for Tyrod Taylor, didn't even know he was going to play, versus the Kansas City Super Bowl champion Chiefs. Lit them up, was in the game to the end, into overtime versus Patrick Mahomes, then goes on to have an incredible season. The best quarterback under pressure all year, according to PFF, throwing bombs, laser beams, escaping pressure, looking like a calm, cool, collected veteran in big moments, despite not really being helped out by a great scheme, offensive line, or coaching staff. Justin Herbert just looks special. He has that athletic ability, has that cannon for an arm, enough mobility. I don't know what people missed with this guy. He's awesome. Let's move to the front office, who are responsible for picking a lot of these rookies. My choice for the executive of the year is Jason Licht of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Reason I'm going with Jason Licht is because he, in one offseason, changed his franchise forever. Not just this year, but forever. Forever, Tampa Bay will be known as the team that signed Tom Brady after he left New England. And not only did they sign Tom Brady, but they were successful with him. They went to the Super Bowl, and this guy was the reason why. He made the pitch, he signed the contract, he brought Bruce Arians in to coach, he brought that entire coaching staff in. He brought in Antoine Winfield Jr. in the second round, Tristan Wirfs in the first round, signed Antonio Brown off the street, signed Leonard Fournette off the street, made great picks and the process throughout the last few seasons to build the roster this way, so much so that Tom Brady loved this roster to be able to leave the Patriots to go to Tampa Bay. And that was all Jason Licht. He might be the best GM in football right now just because of what he was able to do to get Tom Brady to go there. And all of a sudden, once they get a quarterback, we look at how good this roster is, and that's thanks to Jason Licht. Moving to the sidelines now, or I guess in the box for Brian Daboll, the assistant coach of the year. You heard it, Brian Daboll of the Buffalo Bills, the offensive coordinator of Buffalo, did so much for the progression of Josh Allen, and that's why I pick him as the assistant coach of the year. As well as the fact that he has done an incredible job at moving with the trends of football and being a very progressive offensive coordinator, passing the ball more than just about anybody, being very efficient in his play calls. I love his creativity in a number of areas of the game. The way that he uses Josh Allen as an athlete, as a runner, as well as implementing Stephon Diggs into this offense with a limited offseason, as well as being able to get the best out of Cole Beasley, get the best out of an offense without the best O-line or the best run game in general. Brian Daboll, to me, deserves a head coaching opportunity, but until then, he's going to remain one of the best OCs in the league. And to me, throughout the course of this season, he was probably the best OC in the league. Now let's move to the big awards, the big headliner awards, starting off with the Offensive Player of the Year. And typically with my Offensive Player of the Year, I do not pick the MVP. I do not pick a quarterback. I go with the non-quarterback because the MVP is kind of like a quarterback award. So I go with the Offensive Player of the Year, the best weapon in football, or offensive lineman. I guess you could go with that as well. I'm going with Tyreek Hill because I've said it. I even argued that Tyreek should be the MVP for numerous reasons. But let me put it this way. Tyreek Hill is the most dangerous player in football, period. He's the most explosive, and I feel he is the most responsible for why the Chiefs play the way they play. Think about it. Everyone says, oh, you can't blitz Mahomes. No, you can't blitz Tyreek Hill. Think about it for a second. Think about it. Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in the league. He is the one that keeps defensive coordinators up at night. He's the one that demands the most respect on game day. And he's the one that I pick for Offensive Player of the Year. My Defensive Player of the Year. This one was challenging between TJ Watt, Aaron Donald, and even Jalen Ramsey. There's three choices that I feel you can make a compelling case as to why. But overall, I'm just going with the best football player here on the number one defense, and that is Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, what he has been able to do needs to be put into perspective. There has never been an interior defensive lineman that absolutely dominates the way he does as a pass rusher. His pressure rate, his dominance, his ability to ragdoll 300-pound human beings is something we've rarely seen in the history of humanity. And Aaron Donald is probably one of the 5 to 10 best defensive players of all time. You could maybe even argue he's number 2, number 3. He's getting up to Lawrence Taylor territory. That's how dominant he has been. Once again, leading the NFL in pressures, up there in sacks, up there in all the categories you would like, leading the number 1 defense. Aaron Donald is just simply the best. My coach of the year for 2020, this one was a 2-man race in my opinion. You could go with rather Kevin Stefanski or my choice, Brian Flores. Reason I'm going with Brian Flores of the Miami Dolphins. I love Kevin Stefanski, don't get me wrong, but I felt that before the year, this might be biased because I picked the Browns to go to the playoffs. I expected them to be good, and in part that was because I thought Stefanski would be good. I thought he would get the most out of Baker, which he did. I thought they would be able to run the ball. I thought they had a good offensive line. I thought their defense was good enough, and everything happened. It was all great. It was all roses. It was great. But the more impressive thing to me was the Dolphins going 10-6 and having an actual winning record with that roster. Before the season, I said Miami's roster is dreadful, and I stand by it. It sucked on paper. Like, you can't even get around it. He had no quarterback, okay? The offensive line's still bad, and really, he coached a defense and a special teams to giving them nearly a playoff spot. That is how good Brian Flores was this year. Like, ridiculous what he was able to do. Get the most out of his players. The leadership. The respect he demands. Brian Flores, to me, coach of the year. Because what he did in a quarterback league without a quarterback and just not even a good team. That's awesome. And finally, the MVP award. My MVP selection for 2020, it's a quarterback award, as I stated. I truly believe it's basically going to go to a quarterback unless a wide receiver or running back does something absolutely amazing. And nowadays, defensive players don't even win it. My pick is Aaron Rodgers. The reason I'm going with Aaron Rodgers over Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen is I feel like he's done the most with the least. Aaron Rodgers, in his second year with Matt LaFleur, upped his game to a level that I didn't know he still had. He upped his level to the number 1 or number 2 quarterback in the league. And in this case, my opinion, number 1 during the regular season. Aaron Rodgers' ability, take this scheme in Matt LaFleur and evolve it to a level of greatness, the number 1 offense in the league. Rodgers combined a lot of the LaFleur concepts, the play action, the bombs down the field, the shots with let's protect the football, but also its quick game here and there. Its incredible ability within the red zone to be pinpoint accurate to get touchdowns. It's escaping the rush when you need to. It's buying a little extra time when you need to. It's making some big throws in tight windows with really one great receiver and then kind of an average complementary weapon core around you. Aaron Rodgers just did everything you ask of an MVP. He put up the numbers. He didn't have a lot of turnovers. He put up a lot of wins. His team was awesome, and he was the main reason why. He just took his game to the next level. He combined his IQ of the game with his ability. And that's something that we haven't seen from Rodgers in quite some time. And it's nice to see Rodgers playing his best football once again in 2020. That's why he's my MVP for 2020. Those are my BLV NFL award winners. Make sure you leave your opinion in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about my picks. If I was right, if I was wrong, let me know in the comments. It's Mitch. Thanks for watching. Peace out.